first, before I even explain it, let me say that there is no right way or wrong way, and you should find a way that's right for you. And it's a cliche, I know. But now I haven't said that, let me go on and show you the way that I do it. I hold the pick with 2 fingers and a thumb, and I kind of rotate my wrist as well as use my arm. And it's way different than average, and it does have some limitations. The first one is probably speed, because I believe that rotating everything in one plane, like the traditional picking method, in other words, will probably give you the most possible speed. But one of the advantages it offers to me is that it puts the edge of my hand down near the strings, and when I extend my pinky finger, I have a way to block all the strings that I'm not playing, and to mute the strings that I am playing. And of course, it is possible to use the palm of your hand when you pick in the traditional method too. I just find this way easier, and it seems to give me a little bit more mobility. The reason I know is I've tried quite a bit picking in the traditional manner, and I could definitely pick faster, easier, but I couldn't pick real complex jumps, and I couldn't control the strings at high volume as well as I'd like to. So I went back to for me, the way I normally play. Let me demonstrate some of the picking across string. The big. Things like that are just really hard to do with the traditional picking method, and for me are easier with jumping around like this. All I'm doing is just jumping back and forth between that pedal note, as you would call it, and just kind of demonstrate that it is pretty easy to jump out and kind of strike a note with an anchored hand. Now, it works really well for muting the strings. So I'm going to turn up the guitar here and get some distortion out of it, and demonstrate the muting and how you can get parts to really come through, even though you're unbelievably loud. One of the ways I use the muted technique is to kind of calm down the lower notes when I'm playing with a lot of distortion. And, well, I don't know, just for a different feel. Like, a lot of times I'll do a fast line muted. There I'm muting almost everything on the low 3 strings and playing everything else straight. With distortion, it's even more obvious. Now I'm going to give an example of, without a band, playing along and using the muted fast notes to directly contrast, longer sustained notes. Important point was the muting on the low strings is especially necessary to me because it keeps the notes from running together, and especially if you're doing a complex pattern where you jump from one note to another and back.